everyone, and welcome to Detective Grimoire. This is the technically second game of the Detective Grimoire series. Also the first, where things start to be canon. Last we left off on the Detective Grimoire series, we had just solved a mystery at an amusement park, and now we've been invited to try to solve the mystery at this swamp attraction. Blech. So, let's get into the mystery. I already got my headphones. Don't worry about that. Music is a banger.
"2025 last night. A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction, deep within the heart of the marsh.
Hold on. A tourist attraction? Here?
I know, right?
I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in the swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see what matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is no
You finally
Loch
got a
Ness
hat.
monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
You've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? Heh, there's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Like you do. Alright. Richard Remington, founder of the tourist attraction Bogey Bog, was found dead outside his office at 20:45 last night. Exact cause, death is unknown. 3 small wounds on the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. Oh, so those are the wounds. And the feet. Huh. Spooky.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog?
Correct.
What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
Ooh. No, our hat! Well. Chapter 1, a swamp full of secrets. It wouldn't be the same if we wore a hat anyway, so.
Your case file is in the top right. You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here. When you've collected some, of course.
Fair enough.
I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused, come back here and I'll help you.
Alright, thank you, Officer James. Alright. So we just click forward.
That's where I need to go.
Okay.
I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right. Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
And I actually am gonna turn them off. And also fix some sound things. BRB. That's much better. So Boggy.
Not suspicious. Suspicious!
Okay. Alright, anyway. Let's get going. Flashlight.
That must be the entrance to Boggy's Bog.
Pet the Macy for good luck. Let's go. Well, hello there, girl in green. We remember you.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
You're that weird girl from the fairground.
You're that weird girl from the fairground.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and
You'll
behave.
get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... she disappeared.
Weird.
I might pretend I imagined her. Is an opportunity for a photographic memento. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they... fighting?
So we got a map now. Crime scene is to the west, so it's somewhere over here. Notes. Sorry, I'm getting to remember how this game works. Okay, anyway. You can click and hold the back button to immediately exit. Okay.
It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water.
Why are they hiding his feet? Are there just crazy fans that like Boggy's feet or something?
The fence that seems to surround this entire area. I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here. Don't forget to use walk mode to move around.
I'm not forgetting. I'm just looking around,
Just my
Detective.
luck, the gate's closed. Looks like I can move these metal latches around. I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
Alright, so these puzzles are the best part of the game, honestly. So let's get going with it. So you have to move both of them at the same time.
Hey,
Wow.
nice. I might get one of these from my office.
I want
This
to
is
get
the
one for your
tourist
office,
attraction?
man.
The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking. Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
The swamp. Or the tourist attraction. To make any money?
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me. What's the story behind this place?
We're gonna find out. Alright, so he said we need to go to the west, so I'm going to the west. So we're going toward the museum, it
Apparently,
seems.
there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food.
I agree. Hello. Oh, hello.
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there. A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Alright. We'll go to the crime scene. Here we are.
There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door, and back down into those reeds by the water. So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Yep. It was found on that dock outside. I mean, I think it's obvious he fell through the window.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside.
Can we go in?
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
Okay, we gotta find someone with a key.
What's this?
Oh,
There's a lockpick dropped amongst the weeds down here in the water. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button.
I was just clicking on it because it was bubbly. Okay, well. So it's this one. I went the wrong way. 3.
That's the one. But I wonder where this lockpick came from.
I guess we don't need a key. A lockpick discarded at the entrance. It's covered in green slime. Most likely used during the murder to break into Remington's office. Well, don't mind if I do.
I can't get in here without a key. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
Okay, fine, we're not using it. Well, that's it. Oh, hello.
Some suspects. Let's get this investigation started.
Sure, let's do this. Let's talk to the cameraman first.
All right, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
I would think it's his last name. First name? What's a first name? It's my second name. Detective is my first name. It's my 23rd name. Let's be a smartass.
It's actually my 23rd name, but it's the one I like the best.
Alright, let's talk about your job, man.
So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
Huh. But, present profile? Can you tell me about...
You should ask someone else.
Tell me about Buggy?
Try showing it to somebody different.
Okay, fine. Do you recognize this
What is it?
lockpick?
Some evidence from last night's murder?
Okay. I'm just gonna show everything. Why not?
That's great.
I have a feeling.
I'm sorry I have not seen that before.
Okay. That's it for him.
Yes, do you have a message for me?
No, I don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Van Der Peer.
The famous movie director?
The artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
Damn, okay. I heard your work was downhill. That is very... to the beauty you got at least. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my questions.
That's great. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my questions.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'll be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
I think that's our answer, because the cameraman just said this.
Vincent Van Der Peer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Van Der Peer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
The challenge topic is now available when talking to Vincent. Find the truth.
What?
Let's talk about your job first before we do anything
What's
with the
a
challenge.
famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy. About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Okay, fair.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed I was working, very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest, but yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual, yes. Difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
Yeah.
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to
Damn.
you, my good detective.
Can't be that
There are
easy.
some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Sure
Is
about
there
that.
something I should ask the cameraman?
No.
Bobby Burrell doesn't explain why Vincent Van Derpeer came to the swamp in the first place. I'm losing my mind here.
Yeah. My clues? Doesn't explain why Vincent Van Peer came to the...
My clues
No.
doesn't explain why Vincent Van Derpeer came to the swamp in the first place. I'm losing my mind here.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman? Probably. Can I leave? Yeah. I just wanted to leave the mini game. Oopsie.
Oh? Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Is it this? I'm not sure.
Bobby Burrell doesn't explain why Burrell's camera was nowhere to be found last night. I don't get it.
Oh.
Vincent Van Derpeer
There we
doesn't
go.
explain why Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. I think that's pretty close.
It's close? Okay. My clues doesn't explain why?
My clues doesn't explain why Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. I'm losing my... Maybe Bobby Burrell needs to do a little explaining.
Yeah.
Bobby Burrell doesn't explain why Vincent Van Derpeer was nowhere to be found last night. I don't get...
Bobby Burrell needs to explain. I feel like I'm close, but no. Okay. Why is this so difficult?
Vincent Van Derpeer was one of the reasons Bobby Burrell came to the swamp in the first place.
Maybe Bobby Burrow needs to do a little explaining.
Bobby Burrell told me that Vincent Vanderpeer was nowhere to be found last night. Vanderpeer told me something about his cameraman.
Oh, it's the opposite.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that
Duh.
Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrell doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
I had a dumb moment. I'm sorry. Okay.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer
Let's
over
do
there
this.
that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
So... You left it with Vanderpeer?
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So
Okay.
I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left
Oh?
my video camera, yes. But I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is
Okay.
a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect.
Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
What the hell?
Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be.
Huh.
Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
Creepy. A blurry photograph taken of by Bobby Burrell shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods in the back of the swamp. The beginning of the phone seems to have long legs. And the being in the photo seems to have long legs. I want to see. Tap on a sound to hear it play. That is suspicious. That sounds like he at least recorded audio of the murder, but didn't actually see anything. So there was a creak, someone cried, a gunshot, a clang. Then he fell out the window. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Alright. I wonder actually, can I present?
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near
Yep.
the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there?
Tried North End. Okay. Thanks for telling me the location. Back to you.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Remington has denied your filming permissions in the
Remington
past.
has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You
Like a
understand,
murder?
I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way. I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Money.
Right. That's the one. I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Sus.
I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background.
Vanderveer, you're so freaking stupid.
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I
Huh?
wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full time, you know?
I also agree with that, honestly. Do you recognize this
You won't
lockpick?
be getting very far discussing that with me.
Let's present someone. Bobby.
He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course. Now there's a man who could handle himself. Well, apart from yesterday. That was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I think so, yes.
And then Bulgy.
Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible! The world's premier director. The king of wit and whimsy. You met him? You're a lucky man.
Alright, just gonna
If you want an
present this,
autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you.
What an ass.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
Yes, you do. You're gonna see everything in the freaking inventory. Do I do everything with him? Now that I think about it. Yep, okay. So, let's go this way. The museum. Ooh,
I
the
don't
flowers.
think there's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
Ha.
And
Curious.
that museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna fall any second.
That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction.
Looks like it.
I hope they don't charge an entrance fee.
We'll find out.
And that museum is quite a nice building, which is it?
Oh, gotta move.
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear.
Okay, so... Oh, okay. That one, then that one, then
That
that
top hat guy would have so struggled with this one.
one. Are you talking about Professor Layton? Who are you?
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, Detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you
Ooh.
talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
Writing bad things about you in my notebook. Doing a drawing of your beautiful face. Writing in my diary. It's been a long day. Draw your beautiful
I'm
face.
doing a drawing of your beautiful face. So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum. For fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Oh damn, thanks. Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketch. I'm guessing this. In which he has 3 claws on each arm. The modern character has simple fins, like arms instead, to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that the information was out there somewhere. Okay.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you here
Okay.
yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh.
Oh.
So you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If
Yep.
everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It would be.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
Freaking. Huh. I don't even know about protest yet, so that's interesting. But this is definitely his lockpick. The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder.
The lockpick
There we go.
I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Let's find out.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop
Damn
distracting
it.
me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies. Go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
We must present the lockpick.
Where did I find this again?
Outside the
I
office.
found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You already admitted to owning a lockpick using it to unlock doors.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a
You
new
lost
one.
your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Very. Well, let's present some profiles. What do you think of yourself?
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
No. We're not gonna make that rule. I'm gonna show you everything.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
Okay. What about Boggy then?
Are you
Your
asking
beloved.
about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No,
Fair.
I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Honestly, it is everything.
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
Damn, okay.
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really.
Let's just show him all the
Something you found on the
nonsense.
floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
Let's show the nonsense stuff and then
You're
we can
wasting
get...
your precious
Okay, okay. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's for the achievement.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Well, I know one thing you want to listen to.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Damn, alright. Well, here's this photo of Boggy. I guess you're
Actually,
gonna care
this is
about
a
it.
classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright.
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show. Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time.
Why does he keep hiding his feet?
Copyright MCM XXXIV. That'll be 1930, 1934? Swamp Studios, providing the best in swamp-based animated entertainment. It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show. But actually, I think this is from the very first episode.
Okay. I think we're good. What's in
Models of
here?
Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this?
Ooh.
Something doesn't seem right here. I think I should try arranging these models into pairs.
Okay.
Something seems out of place.
Example of the creature's claws based on sketches. Do not touch. I'm touching anyway. Oh, you're right.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit.
Yeah. I agree.
It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Good try. According to historical sketches, this game would have had numbers of spots patterns similar to a toad frog. 3-pronged sharp claws, supposedly prime weapons of the boggy swamp monster. Some sketches even show a small thumb. Huh. Okay. These flippers, they are not part of the museum for sure. And there's the same green slime again. Ha.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did.
I mean, yeah. It's natural.
Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago, in a different location.
Well, that would explain the setup.
It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place.
Yep. Let's take a bit
I'm
of
gonna take a look at this. This journal, it's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy. It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
A journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp, the only record of Boggy existing, contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown to have 3 small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. There seems to be a page ripped from the back. Huh. Interesting. What about this door?
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though. This is a really cramped museum. Just one room, not worth the admission price.
Yeah, no. Alright, I think we're done here.
Let's see here.
Oh.
This journal belonged to the explorer, who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago.
Let's head back. We'll do all this when we get everything, I feel. That would just be the easiest thing to do. Alright. More bubbles.
What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll find a clue.
Let's do it. Oh. I notice it's a footprint. There, and here.
I recognize that footprint. It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
Yep. So they were here first or after?
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase. And this place is so weird.
Agreed. Alright. Carry on. Nice little cutscene there. Ooh, treehouse.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home.
Let's find out.
Someone.
Oh, wait.
Well,
Right, we gotta walk.
the latch is broken on this door. Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're
Alright.
on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Okay. Now the question is, which way do we have to rotate it? So if I turn it down this way, it's gonna go that way, which means this one's gonna go this way, which means whoever here is gonna go that way, which I think is this one. Too far. That way, which this one's gonna go this way, and then... Okay, maybe not that. The smaller ones can't fit there, so... There has to be a big one here. And then a small one here, and then a small one here? No. Alright, let's just see how close I am with this. Yeah, it's not even rotating it. Okay. So maybe I need to put a big one here. There we go. Ta-da! Hey!
I am amazing.
Well, hello there, miss.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Well, well, there's no doorbell. I'm paid to walk into people's houses. Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Not exactly. I had to climb up here first.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No.
Nope.
I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
Heyo.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I think I might agree with you. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
Okay.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here, but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
Like maybe the fact that you've been here for 60 years, which is the same amount of time Boggy hasn't been seen since?
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area.
I
I've
see.
learned many things from them.
What about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set. But if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow.
Oh,
How do you do that?
Okay.
Chemistry.
Page from White spoke of pressed flowers containing information about the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side of the door of the museum and cannot be found anywhere else. Fair. Okay. Well, what were we doing last night?
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
Well. Alright, let's present the profiles.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
Okay.
You should ask someone else.
Alright.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Okay.
I'm not even sure who that is.
Oof. Okay.
I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all.
Fair.
You should ask someone else.
Alright, time to present. Oh, they added that animation to give off the fucking sludge on it. Okay. Well, let's show the nonsense stuff first.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it. No, thank you. There's samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And one of them only grows around the museum.
Good to know. So why on earth were those flowers at the beginning of the game?
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
I know, I just want to show you
can put
everything.
that away.
I want to show you everything.
No, thank
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might.
Did you write it? Were you the explorer that found Boggy? Well, then sludgy time.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet.
Okay. Whoopa, whoopa.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Okay, so blue and yellow, like green.
Now I know what that liquid consists of.
Whoopsie.
I'll write it down in my notes.
And then we have
Let's
to
see.
do the gloves.
First thing, then tap the... And now, we...
Blue, yellow.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. That looks pretty similar to last time.
Uh-huh, I agree. Let's look at our notes. Heh, okay. So we literally just click on them. Okay. I want to look at our clues though. There we go. The slime mixture is of sugar green food coloring carbonated sugar, green food coloring, and carbonated water. So it's soda? These flippers... They didn't write it down! Unless they mean... museum? Nope. Okay. Well, there was another thing we need to look at the woods in that area. Okay, we need to go back there. Well, let's explore here first.
The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading, though I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually. The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn?
Oops.
I just don't know anymore. There's a
Let me see
whole
what
load
it...
of needles. Or should I say yarn?
Oh.
I just don't know anymore.
Okay.
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense. I'm indoors. What a treat.
Okay, did I get all the notes? I'm missing one. Is it the furnace?
This is like
Oh, there we go.
an oven?
Maybe.
Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain. Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses. There's a book on the table. I think it's a book about flowers. How fascinating.
There we go.
I must take some time to read it.
Alright, we got all the notes here. Let's head back.
It feels like I've stepped into nighttime. What happened to the sun?
Okay, fair question, actually. Okay, this was the only thing. Do we have to go backwards or can we move? Okay, we can go this way. Oh, we ended up back here. Okay, well.
It's like a little forest back here. It's like a little forest. This staircase is and this place is so weird. This staircase and this the rock path leading back towards the museum.
Oh well. I don't think it's that important. If anything, we might find something new in the future. Let's try going the other way. Because it does have a down. There we go. Oh, the cafe! Cool.
Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside.
Every detective should look in a trash can.
The glamorous life of a detective. My
Agreed.
favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Oh? What does this?
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. These look like designs for a boggy costume. Let's go. Agreed. Huh.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
The costume design I found in a trash can explain what Costume design explains what the swamp creature ever existed?
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what the swamp creature ever existed. What is that supposed to mean?
Okay, fair. I'm just throwing stuff to the wind. I think it is this. The costume design I found in Change explains what the boggy character... Doesn't explain what it smells like. Was doing last night? Or the swamp creature was doing last night?
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what the swamp creature was doing last night. I don't get it. Seriously.
The boggy creature?
The costume design I found in the trash
I
can
don't know.
explains what the boggy character was doing last night. No.
Please give me a hint.
Did the real creature show up last night?
Okay. Maybe it isn't this. Maybe this is a red herring. No, it's the only one that makes sense. Oh yeah, shout out to the first game over here. That was the name of the fairground. I guess this? Because it does look the same.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo ever existed. Maybe I just need to change one thing.
Okay, so I think it's this. Is showing me?
The costume design
There we go.
I found in the trash can
I would
explains
get it
what
eventually.
Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real boggy here. And I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Oh, chapter 2, a deadly disguise. Oh, alright. I think that's a good point to end this. So, please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Never, never gonna wake up.